Good morning, everybody. Just a quick reminder that on Palm Sunday we are being called to prayer. The church leaders across Ireland, including our own moderator, have called our churches to prayer from 3 to 4 in the afternoon this Palm Sunday. I'm going to put some material up on the Facebook page to help you through that, so keep an eye out for that. This morning we're looking at Psalm 130 in the Psalms of Ascent, and let me read it to you. Out of the depths I cry to you, O Lord. O Lord, hear my voice. Let your ears be attentive to the voice of my pleas for mercy. If you, O Lord, should mark iniquities, O Lord, who could stand? But with you there is forgiveness, that you may be feared. I wait for the Lord. My soul waits, and in his word I hope. My soul waits for the Lord, more than watchmen wait for the morning, more than watchmen for the morning. O Israel, hope in the Lord, for with the Lord there is steadfast love, and with him is plentiful redemption, and he will redeem Israel from all his iniquities. This is perhaps, of all the Psalms of Ascent, this is perhaps the psalm for this moment that we find ourselves in. We find ourselves in the depths. And the Bible is realistic in all these things. The Psalms especially are realistic in recognizing that, yes, there are depths in which we end up, that suffering is real. And it's expected. Suffering is not an illusion, the way some Eastern religions would frame it. And it's not the result of a lack of faith either, the way some prosperity gospel proponents would frame it. It's neither of those things. Suffering is real, and suffering is to be expected in the life of discipleship. But also, God is real. And so in our suffering, in the depths, we cry out to God. Suffering does not defeat or deny the reality of God or who he is. So when we suffer, we pray. Out of the depths, I cry to God. I don't moan, I don't mope, I don't sit around wondering what to do with myself. I cry out to God, I pray. And God hears. God hears our prayer. The psalmist tells us this. O Lord, hear my voice. There's an expectation that he will be heard. And we know God hears us because he heard us when we cried to him to forgive us in the first place. He heard us when we recognized our own sin, when we turned to him for forgiveness, and when we felt his acceptance, his love, his grace being poured into our lives. He heard us in those depths, the depths of sin, and he forgave. And so we worship him, and we know that he will continue to hear our voice. But in times of suffering, the other thing that we are required to do as well as pray is wait and watch. We wait and watch as watchmen wait for the morning, as a night watchman on duty waits for the sun to rise for his shift to be over. We wait for the Lord. And the morning may seem a long, long time away, and the end of this crisis may still seem a long way off. But it comes. The morning comes. The end of the crisis comes. And there is hope. There is a real hope, because the psalmist is certain. Hope will come. The morning will come. God will lift us from the depths in his time and in his way. Our role is to wait and to watch. to look around us at the world, to bring our world before God in prayer, to wait and to see what he is doing in the midst of this crisis. Because he is doing things, he is working in your life, in my life, and in our world. And we wait for the morning to come. And our hope in all of this situation, our hope is not in ourselves, not in our politicians, not even in our amazing healthcare and social care workers, brilliant as they are. Our hope is in the Lord whose love is unshakable, whose redemption is abundant beyond all measure, in the Lord who actually comes down into the depths and suffers with us and for us in the person of Christ. So when we suffer, whether it's through the situation that we're in at the minute or through anything else, we put our hope and our trust in God. Eugene Peterson summarizes this in his book, A Long Obedience in the Same Direction. Listen to what he says. For the person who suffers, has suffered, or will suffer, Psalm 130 is essential equipment, for it convinces us that the big difference is not in what people suffer, but in the way they suffer. The psalm does not exhort us to put up with suffering. It does not explain it or explain it away. It is rather a powerful demonstration that our place in the depths is not out of bounds from God. We see that whatever or whoever got us in trouble cannot separate us from God. For forgiveness is your habit. We are persuaded that God's way with us is redemption, and that the redemption, not the suffering, is ultimate. God bless you today in all that you're doing. Take care. Bye.